Bro, imagine walking into an NFL locker room
Okay? You gotta keep our composure!
where 250-pound grown men are gossiping like they're in high school drama class. Now imagine they're all thirsting over a quarterback who literally hasn't thrown a single pass that actually counts.
And it looked like the Cleveland Browns locker room is ready to turn on Kevin Stefanski a day before tomorrow's matchup against the any coach, man. The biggest fear, I feel like, is your team turning on you in locker room drama. Well, I'm here to tell you, insiders and people that is close to the Cleveland Browns football team is letting it be known that is exactly the case that is boiling and brewing in the Cleveland Browns locker room.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Cleveland Browns, the only franchise that can create controversy with a clipboard holder. I'm not even joking. The Cleveland Browns locker room is currently more toxic than a Twitter reply section, and it's all because veterans are mad that Shedeur Sanders isn't playing. These are grown men with mortgages throwing tantrums because their coach won't let the shiny new toy out of the box. It's giving kindergarten energy, but with million-dollar contracts.
Is that the veteran players and a lot of these guys in the locker room want Shedeur Sanders to play. They want Shedeur Sanders not only to play, but to start. They do not want Joe Flacco in there. They do not want Dylan Gabriel above Shedeur. These are players that is on the Cleveland Browns team. Because you want to know why? Because if Shedeur play and Shedeur starts, everybody wins. Everybody make more money because now the interest in the team is hotter than every team in the NFL. Ticket sales go up, merchandise sales go up. Just anything with the Cleveland Browns is going to go up if they make this set.
Kevin Stefanski really thought he could ignore the most hyped rookie in the NFL and nobody would notice. Buddy really said, I'm going to bench the son of Deion Sanders and act like that's normal. And that's like buying a Ferrari and using it as a garage decoration. Make it make sense, Kevin. Okay, let's talk about why this situation is absolutely unhinged.
Shedeur Sanders ended the game. The offensive coordinator must have went to sleep or something. Straight up like that. I don't know what happened, what was going on. Or the receiver coach took over the play calls for the first time in his career. Things changed for the offense when Shedeur Sanders came into that game. All of a sudden, when Shedeur enters the game, the Browns are a pass-first team, run second. I sure didn't like the sequence of play calling when Shedeur Sanders entered the game. Pass first, run second. That is never the Cleveland Browns model. And to me, that play calling was done intentionally.
Shedeur Sanders didn't just get drafted. This man walked into Cleveland with more main character energy than anyone has a right to possess. When your dad is Deion, I'm literally too cool for this planet Sanders. You don't do anything quietly. This dude was throwing college passes like he was playing NFL 2K on rookie mode. His highlights went more viral than that dress that nobody could agree on the color of. Kids who don't even watch football knew his touchdown celebration.
Can you address this sort of persistent narrative that you're trying to sabotage Shedeur Sanders, especially after yesterday and not putting him in for the 2-minute?
Yeah, obviously, I don't concern myself with outside type of things, but I'm committed to his development, just like all of our rookies. So we'll continue to focus on getting our guys better, and that's what we'll stay committed to, and that's what's important.
He wasn't just a quarterback, he was a whole brand bestie. So picture this, NFL veterans who've seen everything are sitting in the locker room watching Shedeur's college highlights like they're binge-watching Netflix. These are men who've been hit by 300-pound defensive ends, and they're getting butterflies watching a rookie throw spiral after spiral. It's giving when your friend shows you their crush's Instagram energy. But here's the tea that nobody wants to spill. This isn't just about football feelings. When Shedeur plays, everyone gets paid. Tickets sell faster than Taylor Swift concert passes. Merchandise flies off the shelves. The whole Browns organization goes from factory of sadness to Netflix documentary waiting to happen. These veterans aren't stupid. They can smell money from 3 states away. Meanwhile, Cleveland's trotting out quarterbacks with the excitement level of watching paint dry in slow motion. No disrespect to Joe Flacco, that man's got rings, but he's not exactly making anyone's highlight reel go viral. The fans are falling asleep, the players are falling asleep, and Shedeur's just standing there like, so, we're really doing this?
things that Kevin Stefanski is saying and the way he's going about things, some things are just not adding up. And Ryan Clark of ESPN basically exposed Kevin Stefanski this morning on Get Up. He had a very interesting take on Kevin Stefanski's motive. Also, this is all surrounded around naming Joe Flacco QB1 for opening day against Cincinnati. But that came to no surprise. Now the big question is, who is your QB?
Kevin Stefanski really woke up and chose chaos. This man is out here acting like the final boss in a video game where the objective is make everyone mad. He's got the most exciting rookie quarterback since forever, and he's treating him like he's radioactive. Every press conference is the same energy. Kevin, why won't you play Shedeur? We're focused on development. But Kevin, the fans we don't listen to outside noise. Kevin, even your own players. Next question. Bro is giving ChatGPT responses while his locker room is literally on fire. But wait, it gets worse. When Shedeur finally gets in the game, Stefanski starts calling plays like he's actively trying to sabotage him. Other quarterbacks get nice, easy checkdowns and short routes. Shedeur gets throw this 40-yard bomb to a practice squad player while being chased by 3 All-Pros.
What's happening in the training camp, seen what's happening in practice, and we've seen what's happening in preseason. Now, all camp long, there's reports that was surfacing and people in the media talking about the treatment of Shedeur Sanders and also Dylan Gabriel. But we all know it was heavy against Shedeur Sanders, where there's reports out there that they wasn't giving him an opportunity. They wasn't giving him no reps with the first.
The audacity is astronomical. The absolute disrespect reached its peak during a 2-minute drill. Shedeur's got the offense actually moving for the first time all game. Fans are going crazy. Teammates are hyped, and Stefanski pulls him out. For who? A dude they literally found on Indeed.com 3 days earlier. The secondhand embarrassment is off the charts. Twitter was not having it. The group chat was buzzing. Even people who don't watch football were like, bro, what is Cleveland doing? When you've got ESPN analysts roasting your coaching decisions on live TV, you might need to reevaluate your life choices, Kevin. Y'all remember Tim Tebow in Denver? Dude couldn't throw a spiral if his life depended on it, but somehow kept winning games through pure chaos energy. The locker room was like, this makes no sense, but we're here for it. Sound familiar?
If you're a football fan, we clearly know what you did. We clearly know that the plays that you gave to Dylan Gabriel, throwing the check down underneath to make him look good. Same plays for Flacco. Then you throw Shedeur in the game with a tight end whose name ain't even on the roster, and some other players, and then you have them run long routes.
Coach John Fox went through the exact same character arc Stefanski's experiencing now. Started off like, this is ridiculous, I'm not playing the hype train. Ended up riding that hype train all the way to the playoffs because his own players were about to revolt. But here's the difference. Tebow at least got to prove he was magic on the field. Shedeur's sitting on the bench while his college highlights get more views than most Marvel movies. In 2011, you had to wait for SportsCenter. In 2024, every throw gets turned into a TikTok with 50 million views. The pressure is unmatched. The Cleveland Browns have a PhD in quarterback drama. These people could mess up a ham sandwich if you gave them the right ingredients. Johnny Manziel? Disaster Baker Mayfield started promising, ended in a soap opera. Deshaun Watson, don't even get me started on that expensive mistake. Kevin Stefanski was supposed to be the chosen one. He won Coach of the Year, he brought stability, he was the adult in the room, and now he's out here gatekeeping a potential superstar like he's the mean kid who won't share his toys at recess. The problem is, this isn't 1995 anymore. You can't just tell fans to trust the process while social media is showing them exactly what they're missing every single day. These fans have been hurt before, Kevin. They need hope. And you're holding their hope hostage for what? Principles? here's where things get spicy. Word on the street is that the veterans are done with Kevin's games. These are grown men who've been playing professional football longer than some people have been alive, and they're ready to stage a full-scale rebellion over a rookie quarterback. The drama is peak reality TV. You can literally see it happening. Players whispering in corners like they're planning a heist, side eyes in team meetings. The energy is so toxic, you could bottle it and sell it as industrial cleaner. When NFL veterans start acting like teenagers, you know things have gone completely off the rails.
QB3. Now, guys, if you really know what's going on in football in the quarterback position, sometimes teams don't carry 4 quarterbacks on the roster. So now you got the starting quarterback and you got the backup quarterback, and then the 3rd string and 4th string, they're probably demoted down to the practice squad or even let go. And also, 3rd and 4th string, they don't even dress. It's your backup quarterback that dresses and is on the sideline holding the clipboard, and the rest of them in street clothes.
Scene, clock ticking with mounting pressure graphics. Time is running out, and Kevin's running out of excuses. Every week he doesn't play Shedeur, the pressure cooker gets tighter. It's like watching someone trying to hold back a tsunami with their bare hands. Spoiler alert, it's not going to work. Kevin Stefanski is out here acting like this is some impossible decision that requires a PhD in rocket science. Bro, your team is struggling, your fans are mad, your players are rebellious, and you have a potential game changer sitting on the bench. This isn't advanced calculus, it's basic math. Sure, maybe Shedeur isn't ready, maybe he'll struggle, but you know what? Your current quarterbacks are already struggling and they don't have the excuse of being rookies. At least if Shedeur fails, it'll be entertaining. Right now, you're just failing in the most boring way possible. This is the Cleveland Browns, where hope goes to die and quarterbacks go to therapy.
Stefanski's a hell of a coach. If Stefanski buys in, they buy in together, Stefanski can turn, he's a pocket passer. Stefanski does great with pocket passers. He had Flacco, he had Winston. Them are pocket passers. Watson's not a pocket passer. Stefanski was horrible with Watson. So with Shedeur, if Stefanski put the blinders on and just let the boy cook and be fair about it, it might be a match.
Shedeur Sanders is their latest victim in a never-ending cycle of what could have been. Kevin Stefanski is holding the keys to either redemption or another legendary Cleveland disaster. Will Kevin finally unleash Shedeur and save his job? Will the locker room stage a full revolt? Will Cleveland find yet another creative way to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory? Stay tuned for the next episode of As the Browns Turn, the most unintentionally hilarious franchise in sports. Smash that subscribe button if you want more NFL drama that's better than any reality show. Drop a comment if your team has ever fumbled a situation this badly. And hit that notification bell, because Cleveland's about to do something that will either be legendary or legendarily stupid, and honestly, both options are peak entertainment. The popcorn is ready, the drama is brewing. Welcome to the Browns experience, where even the backup quarterbacks come with main character energy.